Parents who fall behind on child support payments typically face enforcement measures, including civil contempt of court, that may have consequences for the whole family. The Procedural Justice-Informed Alternatives to Contempt demonstration, or PJAC, is a new approach developed by the Federal Office of Child Support Enforcement, being evaluated by MDRC and its research partners.
MDRC logo: Building Knowledge to Improve Social Policy. PJAC logo: Procedural Justice-Informed Alternatives to Contempt.
The goal of PJAC is to increase parental engagement and promote consistent payments by applying the 5 principles of procedural justice to the child support process as an alternative to contempt.
The 5 principles of procedural justice: respect, understanding, voice, helpfulness, neutrality.
Parents navigating the child support system may feel unsupported by caseworkers or like just a number in the system. Let's look closer at the principle of helpfulness and how it can change that perception.
Jorge Escobar, PJAC Case Manager.
I would just bring it back to basics, which is really good customer service, which to me and to a client means is I can assist you with whatever it may be. I'm not going to push you off to a different team. I'm not going to tell you go to this office. I'm not going to tell you, that's something you have to handle.
Helpfulness often requires an element of creative thinking.
Charlie Davenport, PJAC Case Manager.
You're not going to get anything out of anyone who has not paid their child support case in years without being helpful. So you have to learn and try to figure out how to be helpful in a different way. So you have to be sort of kind of creative and try to do something that hasn't been done to make success happen on that case.
For example, a caseworker was working with a mother who was recently released from incarceration.
Joanna Basefield, PJAC Case Manager.
So excited. She was like, Ms. Bassfield, I'm so happy to get your voicemail. I just got out of jail. I started working at a restaurant, and I'm going to get myself together. But please, Ms. Bassfield, is there anything you can do so they don't take the money out of my first check? I just moved into a place, and I can't, if they do like they normally do, I'm not going to be able to pay it.
While they couldn't stop the child support from coming out of the parents' first check, there were other ways they could help.
So immediately, I start digging into the resources. I reached out to the Procedural Justice grant manager, and she did approve funds for us to be able to provide work uniforms and steel-toe boots for this participant. And that was on the strength of being helpful, knowing that I couldn't do anything for what she needed, but understanding what the implication would be if she could get some relief elsewhere.
Caseworkers can work within the limitations of agency policy while finding creative ways to show helpfulness. Without that connection, the client may not have been able to break the cycle of missing payments.
She cried and she was like, nobody has ever, done that. And are you sure? I feel like I'm being pranked. She really wanted to know, was I pranking her? Because she's never had anybody just be helpful.
With funding from the Office of Child Support Enforcement at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, MDRC, MEF Associates, and the Center for Court Innovation.
MDRC logo: Building Knowledge to Improve Social Policy. PJAC logo: Procedural Justice-Informed Alternatives to Contempt. Center for Court Innovation logo: MEF Associates logo.
Continue to study the effectiveness of applying procedural justice principles in child support settings in 5 states:
Arizona, California, Virginia, Ohio, Michigan.
To learn more, visit acf.hhs.gov/CSS and mdrc.org.
Watch more videos from the series on the PJAC project to learn more.